So, children, I continue with the chapter. So, till now, you get an idea that the vagabond he was wandering about here and there, and finally, when it became dark and it was too cold also, so he needed a shelter. Then suddenly he found a cottage. Over there, he knocked, and then he got the answer, and the owner of the cottage ex- accepted him and gave him a company with food, lodging, and everything, with comfort also. Finally, the owner of the cottage he gained so the vagabond gained so confident in that owner, in the crofter, that he told everything about himself, where what he did, what was his future, how did he got the cow, what and what did he earn, and even he told that the profit what he had gained, it's kept over there. Now I come to the next. The next day both men got up in good reason. The crofter is the owner of the cottage. And who is the crofter? Who are the crofters? Crofters are those people who borrow a land, and in that land they do some business, either a dairy farm or um, farming, and then they sell the milk or the vegetables, and that is the source of the income. Was in a hurry to milk his cow, and the other man probably thought he should not stay in bed when the head of the house had gotten up. They left the cottage at the same time. The crofter locked the door and put the key in the pocket. The man with the rat trap said goodbye and thank you, and thereupon each went his own way. So, children, what happened? They both got up in the night. They both had a good company with each other, and in the morning they got up. Finally, the crofter he got up and he had to cow the milk. Sorry, milk the cow. So the rat trapper he thought that it's not a good manner that the owner of the house has going to going for his work, and I'm in the bed. So even he got up and he got ready to go in his way. So they both went out of the cottage. The crofter went to cow the milk his cow, and the rat trap went the other way. But half an hour later, the rat trap peddler stood again before the door. He did not try to get in. However, he only went up to the window, smashed a pane, smashed a pane, stuck in his hand, and got hold of a pouch with the 30 crowns. He took the money and thrust it into his own pocket. Then he hung the leather pouch very carefully back in its place and went away. As he walked along with the money in his pocket, he felt quite pleased with his smartness. He realized, of course, that at first he dare not continue on the public highway, but must turn off the road into the wood. During the first hour, this caused him no difficulty. Later in the day, it became worse, for it was a big and confusing forest which he had into, gotten into. He tried to be sure to work in a definite direction, but the path twisted back and forth or strangely. He walked and walked without coming to the end of the wood, and finally he realized that he had only been walking around in the same part of the forest. All at once he recalled his thoughts about the world and the rat trap. Now his own turn had come. He had let himself be fooled by a bait and had been caught. The whole forest, with its trunks and branches, its thicket and fallen logs, closed in upon him like an impenetrable prison for which he could never escape. So, children, what happened? When they both came out of the cottage, the owner, Crofter, he went for his work, and on the other way, the rat trap took his traps and went away. Finally, after half an hour, the rat trapper वो फिर लौट के आया, क्योंकि उसको लालच आ गया था उसके क्रॉफ्टर के पैसे देख के। वो वापस आया, उसने उसके जो विंडो पैनल पे जो पाउच लेदर का पड़ा हुआ था, उसमें कुछ पैसे थे और उसको चुराने वो आया। उसने विंडो अंदर तो नहीं गया, डोर खोल के तो नहीं गया, लेकिन उसने विंडो के पैन उस पे ग्लास पे हाथ मार के उसको पाउच को निकाला और पैसे निकाल के पाउच वापस वहीं पे डाल दिया। ही वॉज़ वेरी प्लीज एंड वेरी हैप्पी कि उसे कुछ पैसा मिला है और ये पैसे से वो अपना गुजारा करेगा। For some time he thought that he was the smartest man in the world, and so he gradually started walking. But then he thought that he should not take the road path. So he went and took the other direction to the forest. वो फॉरेस्ट की तरफ चलता गया। वो रोड पे इसलिए नहीं गया कि उसे लगा कि शायद वो पकड़ा जाएगा। वो फॉरेस्ट की तरफ चलता गया। कुछ टाइम तक तो उसके लिए बहुत ईजी था। ही थॉट दैट एवरीथिंग इज़ काम, बट फाइनली एज द डे वेंट डाउन, द सन वॉज कमिंग डाउन, इट वॉज स्टार्टिंग बिकमिंग कोल्ड एंड डार्क ऑल्सो। वो फॉरेस्ट में अपने रास्ता ढूंढ रहा था, लेकिन उसे कहीं पे भी रास्ता मिला। वो जहाँ से निकलता था वो वहीं पे आन के रुक जाता। एंड इट वॉज़ अ वेरी डेंस फॉरेस्ट। कहीं पे भी कोई रास्ता नज़र नहीं आ रहा था, कहीं कोई लाइट, कुछ ऐसा नहीं रोशनी थी ताकि वो वहाँ उस रोशनी को देख के वो अपना रास्ता निकाल ले। लेकिन वो फंसता जा रहा था। उस फॉरेस्ट की जो पेड़ों की ब्रांचेस थी, उसके जो बुशेस थे, वो ऐसा लग रहा था कि जैसे वो एक प्रिज्म में फंस गया हो। और जो वो लोगों के बारे में सोच रहा था, अब वही चीज़ उसके साथ होने लगी। उसने कहा था कि लोग जो हैं एक ट्रैप्ड हो जाते हैं दुनिया की चकाचौंध से, दुनिया की चीज़ों से, उनकी लग्जरियस लाइफ से और मटेरियलिस्टिक थिंग्स से। वो दुनिया की बात उसमें फंस जाते हैं, फिर उसके बाद वो कहीं भी निकल नहीं पाते। लेकिन आज वो खुद उस क्रॉफ्टर के पैसे चुरा के खुद फंस गया था। इसी तरीके से जैसे कि चूहे को पकड़ने के लिए हम कुछ दाना डालते हैं, वो पैसा जो था वो क्रॉफ्टर का, वो उसी तरीके से एक खाना था जिसको लेने के लिए ये रेड ट्रैपर पैडलर आया। तो पैडलर और फिर वो खुद उस पैसे लेके जंगल में जा फंस गया। और यही एक उसकी भी, जिस तरह वो दूसरों के बारे में सोच रहा था, वो खुद ऐसी ही एक तरीके से फंस गया है जहाँ से वो कभी निकल नहीं सकता। कहाँ गया? Okay. So he could never escape. It was late in December. Darkness was already descending over the forest. This increased the danger and increased also his gloom and despair. Finally, he saw no way out, and he sank down on the ground, tired to death, thinking that his last moment had come. But just as he laid his head on the ground, he heard a sound, a heart regular thumping. There was no doubt as to what that was. He raised himself. Those are the hammer strokes from an iron mill. He thought that there must be people nearby. He summoned all his strength, got up, and staggered in the direction of the sound. The Ramsjo ironwork, which are now closed down, were not so long ago a large plant with smelter, rolling mill, and forger. In the summertime, long lines of heavy loaded barges and scow slid down the canal, which lead to a large inland lake. And in the winter time, the road never near the mill were black from all the coal dust which sifted down from the big charcoal crates. So, children, what happened when he was lost in the wood and he could not find the way as the night was appearing? The darkness was descending all over the forest. It was very cold also. Now this paddler, he thought that his last moment has come and there is no way that he could come out of this forest. And he was very tired and very in a very gloom. तो वो इतना थक गया था अपने रास्ते को ढूंढते ढूंढते कि वो कहीं से भी रास्ता निकाल नहीं पाया और वो वहाँ पर ज़मीन पे थक थका के गिर गया। उसे एहसास हो गया कि आज वो भी उन्हीं लोगों की तरह ट्रैप में फंस गया है कुछ पैसों के लिए, और उसने सोच लिया था कि अब ये मेरा आखिरी वक्त है कि मैं शायद अब ज़िंदा ना रह पाऊँ। जैसे ही वो थक के बेहोशी की हालत में नीचे जा रहा था, तभी उसे कुछ हैमर्स की ठोकने की आवाज़ें आईं। उसे पता नहीं था कि ये क्या है, लेकिन जब और गौर से उसने सुना तो ऐसा लगा कि जैसे कोई लोहे का काम कहीं आसपास हो रहा है। तो वो एक फैक्ट्री थी, मिल फैक्ट्री थी, जहाँ पर आयरन वर्क होता था। एक्चुअली में these iron mill works factories are by the river sides in the forest because of the transportation, क्योंकि उनको वहाँ पहाड़ों से नीचे लाना ले जाना बड़ा मुश्किल होता था। तो वो क्या करते थे कि वो जो आयरन के बाज़ बनाते थे और उनको वो रिवर्स में बहा देते, और वो नीचे जाके जो फैक्ट्रीज़ होती थी बड़ी बड़ी वो उनको ले लेती थी, और इस तरह उनके लिए ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ईजी हो जाता था। सो फाइनली ही गॉट अप, he got the strength and he moved to the same direction from where the noise was coming. ये एक राम्सजो आयरन वर्क था जहाँ पर पहले क्रॉफ्टर ने काम करा था, लेकिन अब वो बंद हो चुका है और उसमें अब ज़्यादा काम नहीं है, लेकिन कुछ थोड़ा बहुत काम चलता है और उनकी जो रास्ते में जो सड़कें हैं वहाँ पर चारकोल जो कोले से जो भट्टियाँ जलती हैं उसका जो राख होती है वो सड़कों पे पड़ी रहती है, और उससे अंदाज़ा हो जाता है कि यहाँ पर कोई आयरन मिल है, ये यहाँ पर आयरन का काम हो रहा है। नाउ चिल्ड्रन, आई read it further by the time you go through the chapter till where I have taught you.